All right, let's just jump right in. For so many founders, a patent feels like the ultimate shield, right? It's this fortress you build around your big idea. But here's the catch with that fortress. There's a ticking clock built right into its foundation. We're going to break down how you survive, and maybe even thrive, when that clock finally hits zero.
No, seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. What if the very thing that gives you that market exclusivity, your pricing power, that awesome competitive moat, what if it just, poof, vanished? Because here's the thing. For any company that's built on a core patent, this isn't some hypothetical what if. It's a when.
Okay, so let's make sure we're all on the same page. What is patent expiry? It's pretty simple, really. It's just the end of a patent's legal life, which is typically 20 years from the day you filed it. And the second it expires, your invention gets thrown into the public domain. It's suddenly fair game for everyone. And those exclusive rights you built your business on, yeah, they're gone. Literally overnight.
And, there's a name for this moment. They call it the patent cliff. And trust me, it's called a cliff for a very good reason. We're not talking about a gentle rolling hill here. It's a sudden, sharp, dramatic drop that can have, pretty huge consequences for your business.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. It is so stark. On one side, you're living in this protected world, right? You've got exclusivity, you have the power to set your own prices, you have a moat keeping all the competitors out, and then, on the other side, the floodgates just swing wide open. You're facing wide open competition, prices come hammered, and your market share is immediately up for grabs.
And here's what that looks like in dollars and cents. A patented product can go from being an absolute revenue powerhouse to losing, almost 2/3 of its value practically instantly. This happens as generic versions or copycats flood the market. This chart right here, this is the cliff in action.
So, and this is the really crucial point. We're not just talking about losing sales on a single product. No, this is much bigger. We're talking about a fundamental threat to your company's valuation. That big number that investors, partners, and potential acquirers care about more than anything else.
Okay, so that was the scary part, I get it. But the good news is, you don't have to just stand there and watch your business fall off that cliff. The key, and it really is the key, is to build a proactive defense, starting years, not months, years, before that clock runs out.
So what can you do? Well, one of the smartest plays is what's called the incremental innovation loop. The idea is, instead of just banking everything on one single big invention, you make small, continuous improvements. Each one of those little enhancements, a better feature, a boost in performance, can actually be a new, separate patent. This, in effect, lets you extend your product's protected life.
You see a specific version of this called Evergreening all the time in the pharmaceutical world. It's huge. A company might create, say, a new dosage or a different delivery method for a drug they already sell, and then patent that. It's a clever way to keep the core product protected long after that original patent is history.
Now, if you want to get a bit more aggressive, you can build what are called patent thickets. This is where you create this dense, overlapping web of patents all around your core technology. And what's the goal? You're trying to make it so legally complex and so ridiculously expensive for a competitor to even think about entering your space that they just don't bother.
And of course, there are other tools in the IP toolkit. For instance, you can use something called defensive publications. This is where you share an idea publicly, not to sell it, but specifically to stop anyone else from patenting it. And it should go without saying, but you absolutely have to be doing regular IP audits to keep track of all your expiry dates. Oh, and in some industries like pharma, you can even apply for extensions. They're called SBCs to get a few more precious years of protection.
But look, IP strategy is only half the battle. Surviving the patent cliff means you have to adapt your entire business, not just your legal department. It's really about building a company that is so much bigger than any single patent.
This is where you got to start thinking bigger picture. Could you acquire another company to get your hands on their patent portfolio? Could you diversify your own product line so you're not totally dependent on that one cash cow? What about expanding into new countries to open up entirely new streams of revenue? Every single one of these moves makes your business more robust, more resilient.
And here's a really important mindset shift. Once your patent expires, yes, your exclusivity is gone, but your knowledge isn't. You can still license your know-how, your manufacturing processes, your trade secrets to other companies. It's a fantastic way to keep generating revenue from your invention, even when it's technically in the public domain.
And let's not forget one of the most powerful moats of all, your brand. I mean, think about it. A patent gives you legal protection, but a powerful brand built on years of customer trust, that gives you market protection. People will often stick with the original, the name they trust, even when cheaper alternatives start popping up.
So we've talked about legal defenses, and we've talked about business strategies.
But what's the real long-term answer here? What is the ultimate moat that protects you no matter what patent is expiring?
This is it. This is the whole ballgame. The real goal isn't just to protect one invention forever, it's to build an innovation engine. It's about creating a company where the next breakthrough is already well on its way long before the clock runs out on the last one.
And I think this sums it all up perfectly. Patents are temporary protection, but a culture of continuous innovation, that provides permanent resilience. Your patents are just temporary shields that buy you time. But that culture, that relentless drive to keep creating what's next, that's what makes your company truly built to last.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to really chew on. Don't just ask if your patents are strong enough. Ask yourself, is your business strong enough to outlast them? Because in the long run, that's the only question that truly matters.